Worcestershire used the last day of their rain-ruined LV County Championship match with Essex at New Road to earn handy batting bonus points and to help their top order into form, especially their captain Daryl Mitchell, who made an impressive 150. Worcestershire had faced only 2 balls in reply to Essex's 215, mostly made on the previous day, and with no chance of a positive result for either side unless the ridiculous occurred, it was a chance for Mitchell and Matt Pardo to get their heads down in the sunshine on the final morning. There were some uneasy moments for Mitchell early on, but once through that, he played with authority, unleashing some very pleasing shots against an Essex attack who were unable to get the ball to swing as Jack Chantry had done in taking 7 for 69 in the first innings of this contest. Mitchell had dominated the scoring in the first hour, in which 62 runs were scored. Pardo had made 17 of those when he tried to sweep Tom Wesley, but could only glove to Ben Folkes. 20 minutes later and Mitchell was at his 50. It had been easy on the eye, that was for sure, and he got to his mark off only his 66th ball, an innings including 9 delicious boundaries, this one off Graham Napier being the latest of them. Moeen Ali took a little while to settle in, but he was soon on his way, again after lunch. Yet again he looked in tremendous nick, as he has done for much of the summer. Admittedly, he will have faced tougher attacks than Wesley and Nick Brown, but he still had to play his shots, something he is, of course, very good at. He made 100 in his last match and has rarely failed to impress with the bat in his hands so far this season. His latest half-century, the 6th time he's reached that in 11 championship innings this season, was reached with a single off Ryan Tenduscarter. Ali had required 90 balls for this one and had scored most of his runs in boundaries, 10 of which had come off his bat. Seeing as this day was about securing batting points and reducing the amount of bowling bonus points for their opposition, things were going pretty well for Worcestershire, as this pair added a trouble-free 127 runs for the second wicket. The stand was ended at that point when Ali, on 54, drove a full toss from Napier straight to Mark Patini. He does find some ways to get out. Ali left with a total on 189 for 2 and Mitchell on 96. The home captain then took an age before easing a ball from Sajid Mahmood through point to complete the 1400 of his career. It was all rather easy for him overall. He'd needed 198 balls for it, and in that time had struck 15 delightful boundaries. Worcestershire had managed only 1 century partnership this season. Their rise up the second division table has come through the efforts of their bowlers rather than those with a bat in their hands. Yet they were to do that twice in this innings. With Ali gone, Mitchell had been joined by Tilan Samarawira, who, like those before him, looked in great touch on what was now a flat pitch. That's still to take nothing away from Mitchell, who took a single off Tenduscarter to get to his 150 from his 251st delivery. By this time, the total had reached the dizzy heights of 288 for 2, and there were still 16 overs left for the home side to try and grab at least another couple of points. There was also still time for Mitchell to make it to a 200, but instead on 156 he was bowled by David Masters in the 3rd over with his second new ball, ending their partnership on 107. So it was left to Samarawira to bring up the 300 and his own half-century with a 4 to fine leg off Reece Topley. It arrived off the Sri Lankans' 100th delivery, and that was his 7th boundary. There was a little flurry of wickets late in the day to reward the Essex attack with some bonus points of their own. Alexei Kavesi could have done with some runs, but was bowled by Masters for 7. Gareth Andrew was then plumb in front to a ball from Napier, which skidded through a bit. And Neil Pinner gave the ever hard-working Masters his 3rd wicket with a little nick through to James Foster, standing up to the stumps. So it was left to Samarawira to score the runs which brought up the 350 for Worcestershire and a 4th batting point. It came in the 95th over of the day, and immediately afterwards the players went off, finishing a match that few in the future will remember too fondly. Mitchell and Chantry aside, of course. Worcestershire ended it on 351 for 6, which gave them 10 points to Essex's 6. That puts Worcestershire in the promotion places, possibly only for one day, with Lancashire likely to overhaul them, and 3rd place Essex on Saturday. Essex are now 3 points behind Worcestershire, both sides having played 7 matches.